As you can see, I returned to my normal form. This has taken extra work, intense focus, and patience, and I'm finally getting to a point where it has happened. And this is the point where one of two things happens. You get comfortable and you fall off the wagon, or you realize you gotta dial down so you actually keep seeing that progress. That's the hardest part. I've been eating entirely whole foods for the past week, home cooked. I got McDonald's once. I got some candy, I got some chocolate, got some pretzel covered chocolates, had some more pretzels, had a few bites of chocolate, had a bag of chips, had half a pizza in the following week. Needless to say, next week I'm eating whole foods. It's a balance. But it's like psychologically, I know I have good food to eat, but I just want some chicken nuggets. Like, I'm not even hungry. Like, I'm eating this right now, and I'm telling you, I'm about to barf because I'm physically full. And this is when I realized diet, it's not about hunger. I'm feeling satiated, it's discipline. You have to do it. My body's already heating up and like rejecting what I just ate because that shit isn't real food. But I want it so bad. And I let myself have it every time. Let me start it on fucking Trump. Fucking Trump. Just a lot of work. Losing weight. Like, it's not, but it is. I take my meds. I'm supposed to save that. So I could buy my new dose. 3 pills. I'm. My fucking God. Anyway, what I have realized though is that hunger is an idea that we've created and forced upon ourselves. Like, when I'm hungry, I sit with it, right? I didn't eat till like 3 p.m. I didn't eat anything till like 3 p.m. I sit with it. I'm like, I can physically feel that there is food in my body, right? I haven't done enough physical activity in order for my body to burn the food that I have in my stomach and make use of it. So because I didn't do that, it's just gonna get stored into my body, right? That's kind of how it works. And so when I'm hungry, I'm like, no, I'm not hungry. It's a habitual thing, right? All of my life, at certain times, or when I'm experiencing certain hormones, I crave this food and I want to eat at this time. And so that's what I do. And dieting is like resisting that, resisting that habitual nature, right? It's not so much about whether or not you did eat. You can go a very long time without eating and be totally fine, perfectly energized, perfectly okay. So long as you have fat on your body to burn for your body to use, you will not go through anything terrible. You just won't, right? Like I'm gonna go for a walk later. I had a scare. Some people were following me the other day. I'm like 100% sure I was being followed. I work out, so I'm like 100% sure I can take anyone. And I'm not gonna say that, but um, it's just fucking nuts, you know. And I feel like people should be able to crave things like that, like because carbs, sugar, fructose, all those things like we need it. We should be able to crave things and eat them without it being unhealthy. Pizza, burgers, fries, all that stuff isn't inherently unhealthy, but because of how it's manufactured out here, it's just like 10, 20, 50 times worse than it needs to be. And I'm just getting tired of that. I'm just getting like really tired of that, especially with how it makes you feel. Like because we're all kind of used to that feeling of like sluggishness and like fatigue and like the heat flash it kind of gives your head. Like it gives you this sort of high almost, you know. We all crave that, whether we admit it or not. And so the thing is like, how do you beat it, you know? If you're going for a walk, you had a long day out, and you just want to like grab something quick to eat, the best option is like Panera, which Panera isn't necessarily overpriced, but it's not cheap either, you know? So I don't know. I've done pretty good. I really have dropped significant amounts of weight, and I can tell because my clothing fits me differently. I'm still not exactly where I want to be, but it's just like disappointing. And yeah, like I was saying, Trump. Gotta love Trump. Gotta love Trump for real. Gotta love the guy. The only way I know what he's doing and stay up to date with it is like through TikTok. But yeah, I've really been, getting my steps in, all that goodness. I'm not wearing makeup anymore, which is awesome. And because I lost weight and, you know, good stuff I've been working on, just enhancing my natural look. It's not like a thing I have to choose not to do. Like, I actually don't need it. But this health app is confusing to me. Right. Okay, so these are my steps in the past. This is like my activity levels. Dating back to like February 13th. So as you can see, back in February, winter, I wasn't doing a lot, and then come like early March, I start getting a little more active because I'm walking places. Um, so like one day I had like 10,000, I hit my goal, and I had like 7,000, I hit my goal, 13,000. I try to like do what scientifically works. And then like some days I won't do anything. These are like my rest days or whatever. and then I'll hit my goal again. And today's the 14th. I walked a little bit. Um, and I'm gonna hit my goal again later today. Uh, but yeah, it's not that it's hard to do. It's just that not wanting to do it is hard. Like I'm burning roughly an added 2 to 300 calories a day. And I think, let me ask ChatGPT how many calories your body burns in a day just from existing. Because you do burn calories just existing. Um, so it's based on your BMI. So I'm about 5'9", 20 years old. I'm roughly 150, 160. So I burn about 1,000 calories just existing in a day. So I could burn anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 calories with exercise. And I eat less than that in a day. So in order to lose weight, the amount of calories that you burn in a day has to be more than the amount of calories that you're consuming in a day. And you have to keep that going perpetually forever if you want to stay healthy, thin, um, and toned looking. That's literally all it is. There's nothing more to it. If you actually want to look healthy, if you actually want to look um rested and fed and all that crap, then you should probably do the do. Eat the veggies, eat the kale, eat the lettuce. Because at the end of the day, another cheat code, and it really is a cheat code eating healthy because the reason we eat is to get the nutrients that we're lacking in our body at the moment, right? Or in the moment. And so, like, when you eat, like, you're hungry and then you eat, like, a bag of chips, you're still going to be hungry because chances are you should have eaten an orange because you need calcium or vitamin D or vitamin C, sorry, because you need vitamin C. Why am I not a dietitian? I should be like a new, anyway, because you need vitamin C, right? So you could go ahead and eat whatever you want and avoid the food that you actually need to be eating in order for your body to stop, waving those alarms like, hey, hey, because you have proteins and you have all these enzymes working in your body and they need to latch on to those things in order to carry out their daily functions. So it really does help to eat the things that you don't necessarily want to eat, but that are actually what your body needs because you actually won't be as hungry anymore. And especially if you eat, you know, good sized portions of that thing, even if you did want to eat more, you'd be so full that it would just feel pointless almost. Um, but that's the thing, right? It's boring. There's no excitement or rush. You don't feel like scarfing it down. You don't feel like stuffing your face. You don't feel like, getting that last spoonful in. But that's what it is.